What kind of stuff you do for fun? Are you doing anything weird?
I wake up, go to breakfast, go to a gym.
Come on.
I swear, I do it every morning.
Before Travis Barker was the drummer for Blink-182, selling out crowds all over the world and dropping 5 albums with the band.
We used to play music together, and we decided we're gonna play music together again.
Before Travis Barker had a massive social media following, including 1.5 million on Twitter and 2.2 million on Instagram at the time of this recording. Before Travis Barker was remixing tracks for several rappers, including Soulja Boy, The Game, Royce the 5'9", and Eminem, even getting into the production side.
You said you're managing or you're producing rap artists?
Yeah.
How many?
Like I'm in the studio right now with this group called Suicide Boys.
Before Travis Barker appeared in his own reality TV show and even lent his voice to The Simpsons.
Dude, you've been saying that ever since we were Blink 12.
Come on, man, one more time.
Travis Barker grew up in a working class family in California. After graduating high school, his father pushed him to get out there and pursue drumming. He was either that or pay rent. Following his dad's advice, he left to go chase his dreams. While leaving home for the first time can be rough for any kid, you can call it a blessing for Travis. He grew up in a rough California town where jocks would often beat him up at school. He stated that if it wasn't for his music program, he probably would have dropped out. On top of being bullied and picked on, a family tragedy left him feeling depressed and alone. On the upside of things, he claims to have slept with more girls before graduating high school than the average guy does by 24. How do you do that and get beat up? That's amazing. In 1998, Travis was recruited by pop punk band Blink-182 after their drummer Scott Raynor left. Unprepared at the time for their first gig, he hit the stage with his new bandmates. Things seemed to have worked out, and Blink-182 went on to become one of the biggest bands of the 2000s. Even Bob Saget couldn't resist a trio.
Hey, I love Blink. I swear to God I do. That's why I'm here, to see him.
While Travis himself has gone on to drum in side projects like The Transplants and Boxcar Racer, he's still going strong with Blink. Even after the departure of lead singer and alien enthusiast Tom Delonge, the group has truly been through it all. We would be foolish not to talk about the horrifying plane crash he experienced in 2008, a crash in which he was one of only 2 survivors, one that has left him with both physical and emotional scars. Since then, he has also dealt with the death of his friend DJ AM, fought a drug habit, and suffered several health issues as well as a car accident. But we're not here to focus on the negative. We want to celebrate the come up of one of the most insanely talented drummers on the planet. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Marlon Palmer, documenting the life and career of Travis Barker prior to fame, here for you on Before They Were Famous. You guys requested this video, and naturally we had to deliver. A couple of years ago, we made an After They Were Famous on Tom DeLonge. No shade, just lots of funny alien stuff to talk about.
And his sister, she goes, "Oh, you play guitar? My brother's moving down here, plays bass." And actually, that's when I saw Scott play, because Scott was playing drums. He wasn't even in high school yet, but he came over at lunchtime for a battle of the bands. And then I went out and bought a computer to look up UFOs.
If you have some suggestions as to who you want me to do next, please sound off in the comment box down below. And bonus points for Mark Hoppus. All right, let's talk about Travis Barker.
Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
Yeah, I found out like the day of the show I had to come play, and then after that they asked me to do the band.
Travis Landon Barker was born on November 14th, 1975 in Fontana, a city around 200,000 in California's San Bernardino County. His mother Gloria was a babysitter. His father Randy is a Vietnam veteran who worked as a mechanic. Travis has honored his father in several Instagram posts on Veterans Day. He expressed high admiration for his old man, once stating, "With my childhood, I tell my kids, my son Landon and my daughter Alabama, that if I didn't have the dad that I do, I'm not sure what would have happened. I probably would have ended up dead or in jail or something." Travis is the youngest of 3 kids and is of Irish, English, and Italian descent. He was raised Catholic. His family lived in a high-crime, poverty-stricken neighborhood of Fontana. During his podcast with Joe Rogan, he stated that in Fontana, you either fight or play football. He said that during his youth, he was even shot at. While this environment could easily have corrupted the boy at a young age, Travis kept busy with various hobbies. At just 4 years old, his mom gave him his first drum kit. He began taking lessons from a local jazz musician named Michael Mai, who showed Travis the basics of the art. Travis's mom was highly involved in the early stages of his drumming. She would often attend his lessons and made sure he kept up with his school studies. Over time, he discovered other instruments, including trumpet and piano. His drumming stopped around the time he was 7. Believe it or not, he actually had his sights set on another pastime. California at the time was buzzing with skateboarders and BMX bikers, so naturally, Travis was drawn to the culture. He quickly developed an obsession with skating and soon felt that he wanted to do it professionally. He would skate everywhere he went. Unfortunately, after several injuries, he had to slow down and the possibility of skateboarding as a career became less of a reality. It was during this period that he and his friends would soak up many different types of music. Not only did he listen to his fair share of punk during this time, he also began his lifelong love affair with another genre.
I love hip hop.
Right.
You know, I grew up on it. It's just, you know, it's like, I guess I'm best known for being in a rock band though.
Right. Yes, that's right. Travis is an avid fan of rap music. He states that in just 1 year he was introduced to Houdini, the Beastie Boys, Public Enemy, and Run DMC. Hearing these artists for the first time changed his life. As he got older, California would establish its own popular hip-hop scene, with the Alcoholics and the Pharcyde being among his favorites. Travis fell in love with tattoos when he was just a kid. Before he got officially inked for the first time, he was carving drawings into his skin with a razor blade. At just 11, he wrote the name of his first girlfriend, Tony, into his leg. As for his real first tat,
I think it was my nickname. I was called Bones when I was a kid. I was so skinny, and all I did was ride a skateboard or ride, you know, play my drums or whatever, so it was Bones.
While Travis took part in most of the activities a normal kid enjoys, his life was about to be turned upside down. So much so, it would have a lasting effect on him. Travis's parents were extremely proud individuals. He detailed that his dad once crashed his Harley and didn't even phone his family from the hospital because he didn't want them to be alarmed. The same goes for his mother when she got sick. Travis's mom, the person who believed in his drumming abilities the most, was diagnosed with cancer. She passed away 1 day before Travis started high school. Attending Fontana High School, Gloria Barker's death left a void in her son's life, one that he filled with drugs and sex.
And then, yeah, man, during the summer, pop that. Yeah.
Reflecting upon his first experiences with sex, he stated, "I mean, it's all you think about as a teenage boy, you know? For whatever reason, it was always there for me. I always enjoyed it. It was better than doing drugs. It was right up there with skateboarding and playing the drums. I don't know if it's because I had mommy issues because my mom passed away so early. I don't know what it was." Gloria's passing also had a lasting effect on Travis's dad. Attending one of Blink's shows years later, Randy heard Mark and Tom joking back and forth about having sex with each other's mom. Not uncommon for the two vocalists, Randy came backstage after the show and was absolutely furious, believing they were referring to his son's mother as well. Travis had to convince him they weren't. The two singers knew how sensitive a subject Gloria's death is to the Barker's family. One of Gloria's final wishes for Travis was for him to pursue drumming. According to the musician, her final words to him were, "Play the drums and don't care about anything else in life but doing the things you love." Travis dedicated himself to the art of drumming. He and his best friend would enter competitions. Travis even played the snare drum in the Fontana High School marching band. Graduating from Fontana in 1993, he left home not long after, where he took up work at a Target warehouse as well as a job as a garbage man working in Laguna Beach. At this point in time, he had very little money. He was even sleeping on a friend's couch. The guy got used to the touring lifestyle pretty early.
I'm a dirtbag. When I go on tour, I wear the same thing every day. I'm a minimalist.
In his spare time, he would play for two different local rock groups, Snot and Feeble. Playing with Feeble, he met lead singer Chad Larson. Travis impressed the vocalist so much that Chad later asked Travis to fill in as a drummer for his band, the Aquabats. Playing with the group, he earned the name Baron Von Tito. Here's some footage of the group playing together at a 2018 reunion show in their hilarious outfits.
The Baron Von Tito!
In 1997, the band toured with Blink-182, whose then current drummer Scott Raynor was preparing to leave the band. We mentioned during the intro that Travis was highly unprepared to fill in when they approached him, but the dude absolutely killed it. In 2018, footage actually resurfaced of Travis's first ever show as Blink's drummer. Mark Hoppus and Tom DeLonge had a few more disputes with Scott Raynor when the musician tried to re-enter the band. They eventually fired him, making Travis their new official drummer. The man was like a miracle coming down from the heavens. In June of 1999, the newly reformed Blink-182 dropped Enema of the State. The record was a smash, selling 15 million copies worldwide. And as for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see, because this is Before They Were Famous. Now, my name is Marlon Palmer and I'm the new guy here, so please show me some love on Instagram and Twitter at ThatDudeMcFly. And as always, let me know who you guys want me to document next in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys here next time.